Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, look at this great big bottle. I'm sure this is going to be a big, tasty treat. Final beer of the evening for me. This is the 2017 edition of Epic Brewing's Triple Barrel Big Bad Baptist. And what that is, guys, is let me just read the commercial description on Untappd. Imperial Stout aged in whiskey and rum barrels with cocoa nibs, barrel aged coffee beans, and barrel aged coconut added. So a whole lot of things went into this beer. This was sent to me by my brother Rico, uh, and I do appreciate him spending his hard-earned money on these expensive beer. I'm sure this was not a cheap beer to buy, being a triple barrel aged beer, and it's got the big. This is a 22-ounce bomber, and it's got the seal on top of the top here. And this particular one says 11.4% alcohol. So fairly big beer. Not a huge beer, but fairly big. 11.4%. And they do these beers, and different batches have different ABVs, of course. But this one has a label on the side where they can write in or stamp in what batch it is or what alcohol it is. And with this big 2017 top label over top of the cap telling you what vintage it is, that's basically all the information you need. We got the ABV and we got the vintage. On an Imperial Stout, barrel aged stout, that's basically all you need, guys. You don't need IBUs or anything like that, or canned on, bottled on, enjoyed by, best by. This beer is probably going to keep for a long, 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 long time. And I've had it for a while. Rico sent this to me last year sometime. Uh, we're in 2018 here, guys. Today is the 17th of August of 2018. And I just got, matter of fact, just got another beer mail package from Rico in there on the counter that I even hadn't even done the beer mail video on it yet. I will do that tomorrow. And once again, Rico, thank you, my brother. I do appreciate it. Haven't heard from him in a while, so I'm glad to see he's doing all right, because they just sent me another beer mail package. I feel so blessed. So thank you again, my brother. I do appreciate it. I hope you're well. Haven't talked to you in a while. Give me a ring, buddy. Like to come down here and let's do another beer video together. That's what I'd like to do. So let's get on with this one here, guys. Untappd has this at 11.4% for the 2017, which is what's on the label, and 65 IBUs. And I've read the commercial description here, and he has sent me, and every time he sends me a beer mail package, he sends me these notes, and I've got a stack of them here. I'm not going to dig through those and try to find it. Rico sent this to me, and it is probably going to be a very, very tasty beer. So let's get on with this one. I'm going to pop this 2017 label off, and this is much better than having any kind of pick off pieces of tinfoil like Avery does, or some of the other breweries that dip them in wax, which is asinine in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. So let's get this thing open. A little bit of a hiss, not much. A lot of these big beers don't have a lot of carbonation in them. Into the glass we go, and while I pour this, I will tell you, it says the cheeses are buttery, brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss, General Chocolate, Digestive, Meat, Beef, Smoked Meat, Game, and Grilled Meat. Glass by the Pintbacker 9-toner snifter, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite tulip glass here today, guys. It says can be sold for a long period of time. So, Down the middle on that pour, basically no head. I can see the beer in the top. Looks like there's about 1/8 of an inch, but it's not covering the whole top of the beer here, guys. So, and it is pitch black, not any light coming through it. To the nose we go. Ooh, yeah. Very nice coconut smell on this. A lot of times you see a beer that says it's got coconut in it, you can't hardly find it. I mean, not in the aroma, not in the taste, hardly. This one is there. I'm getting coconut right off the bat, off the chain, guys. Rich roasted malt. Definitely getting the barrel aging on this. A little bit of bourbon, a little bit of rum. This absolutely smells outstanding. So another reason why I would think this is probably a $15 to $25 bottle of beer. Wherever you purchase your beers, that price will vary depending on how far out ahead it has gone from the brewery and the store you buy that. So it smells outstanding, guys. The coconut is there. I'm so impressed with how much coconut's on the nose. Well, it's time. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, my brother Rico. Glad you're doing well, sir. Got your beer mail package. I'm about a month ahead, guys. So you will see that beer mail video, and this is probably not going to show up to sometime in September. Ooh. A little bit of booziness there, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. The coconut is there. The bourbon is there. The rum is there. Hints of vanilla, roasted malt, caramel, toffee, black molasses. But on the nose, the coconut is off the chain. Awesome. That's an outstanding smelling beer, guys. It is. Just a little bit of booziness on the taste there, guys. But, I mean, it's 11 and a half, almost 11 and a half, 11.4%. A lot of times it's hard to hide that much alcohol. Got to realize what you're drinking. This is not a Budweiser. This is a big beer. This is a big boy's beer. This is something if I doubt if you're going to find this in a bar or a brew pub. I may be wrong there. But this is probably a drinking home beer as far as I'm concerned. That's where I'm at. So I don't have to worry about driving or hurting myself or anybody else or getting a DUI or whatever. Big beer. Drink responsibly, guys. Don't do anything stupid. Don't hurt yourself or anybody else. Hate to see anybody go to jail. And if you even drink one of these and try to drive somewhere and go through a DUI checkpoint or whatever, whether you realize it or not, you've got enough alcohol in your system. You're going to be, if you blow in the meter, you're going to get that ride downtown with the handcuffs on, more than likely, and it's going to cost you around 10 grand probably. So just drink responsibly, guys. This is an awesome tasting and smelling beer. Big 22-ounce bomber. Got about this much left in the bottle, enough to pour her a glass. That's what I'm going to do. Sip on this for a little bit, and we'll be right back and give this thing a grade. Alright, guys, I'm back. Been sipping up for a little while. Look at the lacing on the glass. Absolutely outstanding. Outstanding beer, guys. If you want a beer that has some coconut flavor to it, this is the one. This is a 2017. I don't know if you'll still find one sitting on the shelf somewhere. If you do, you need to pick it up. Absolutely fantastic beer. It's got the bourbon and the rum, black molasses, bittersweet chocolate, roasted malt, caramel, toffee. A lot of stuff going on with this beer. Very, 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 did I say very? Very tasty, guys. Very enjoyable beer. Great final beer of the evening. This is a good one to share. I mean, it's a 22-ounce bomber. If you drink all this by yourself, you might be on the piggy side. But I can understand that. I'd like to drink all this myself, but I don't do it. I share, especially these size bottles. I share it with the other half, and she thought it was very, very tasty. We poured her a glass, and she took a big sip of it, and she goes, mmm. So, it's a good beer. It's a very well made beer. Even though Epic Brewing has been bought out, seems like they're still doing some very tasty stuff in this big Baptist series that they're doing. And this is the triple barrel version, so a lot of good notes. And the last one I had, number 44, a couple of weeks ago, I didn't get any bourbon at all notes from it. I didn't think it was a barrel aged beer. I mean, I didn't think it was a barrel aged beer at all because I wasn't getting any bourbon notes on it. So this one has it. And by this time, I don't know what part of the year that they do this beer. If they do it every year, but if you see the 2018 edition of the triple barrel version, you need to pick it up. It's an awesome beer. It does have a slight booziness to it, cold out of the fridge, but you got to realize you're drinking an 11, almost 11.5%. That's a big beer. That is a big beer. So drink responsibly. I told you all about that earlier. Hate to see anybody get into trouble. This is a great one to drink at home, which is what I am doing. So, final chug. This comes from Rico. Thank you again, my brother. Wow, even now, 30 minutes, 45 minutes into the beer, I'm still getting that big coconut aroma. It is there. Man, I've had a ton of beers that says coconut on the front label in big letters, and I don't taste it whatsoever. This one does have it, guys. Awesome aroma. Final chug. Wow. I've been sipping on it for a while. The booziness has dissipated a little bit, or either that, or my palate has come acclimated to the alcohol in the beer. So when you first take a drink of these big beers, a lot of times you'll get that big booziness, and as it comes up to room temperature and as you sip on it for a while, it doesn't seem to be quite that boozy. Now, it doesn't seem to be that boozy to me now that I just did the final chug, as opposed to what I did on the first sip, right out of the fridge, cold. So it is what it is. It all depends on where your palate is. Beer tastes are very subjective. You may think this is the worst thing you've ever tasted, too boozy, too this, too that. I love these styles of beer, guys. I really do. Especially if the final beer of the evening, I like to finish up with a big, bold, if I can get my hands on it, or have one in the fridge or the closet that has a barrel-aged version or something like that. I love the taste of that bourbon / rum, if it has that in there, or they've done different barrels. I love the taste of those beers, guys. I really do. And I drink them all year long. This would not be the first beer of the day to me if I'm going to have more than one. I like to start off with something a little lighter and then work my way up and finish off with something like this, because it would mess your palate up. If you drink this and then go to a 6% pale ale or an IPA, you're not going to get all the qualities of that style. So work your way up. Start off with a lighter beer, then work your way up a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, then finish off with something like this, and then be done. Don't go back after you've had something like this to anything with less alcohol, because you work your way up and then finish off with that, and then done. So, guys, to me, this beer is a 10. Absolutely a 10 beer for me, 100. So, I got all the taste that they were wanting me to have with the bourbon and the rum and the coconut, bittersweet chocolate, black molasses. A lot of stuff going on with this beer. A great beer. Didn't get a lot of coffee notes on this beer, guys. I didn't. So I don't know if I'd have drank this in 2017, if I'd have got more coffee notes, because coffee does fade like hops does. So it is what it is. If you got deep pockets, pick you up 2 of them. Try one fresh, then sell one for a year, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 years, and see what you think. So I did enjoy this beer. Rico, thanks again, my brother. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 4.43 out of 5. Awesome numbers. They say it's outstanding. I agree. It is an outstanding beer, guys. And over to Untapped for our final check-in, they have also 4.43. So, big numbers from everybody. It's an A beer, guys. No doubt about it. It's a 100 for me. It's an A+. So, if you've had this one, this is their Triple Barrel Big Bad Baptist. This is a 2017 edition. Hope I can get my hands on a 2018 edition. This is an awesome beer, guys. I enjoyed it. So, if you've had this, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.